Hi guys, Brenna here. Today I am test driving a 2015 Cadillac Escalade. Alright. Start. Okay guys, so this is really high off the ground and I'm not used to it. So as you probably know, Escalades are super bulky, have lots of space, luxury to an extent. So this is a 2015, so it's got, you know, almost been 5 years for it. There is some high-tech characteristics to it. So the first major thing I do notice is that it has a column gear selector here, which to me is super old school. I have not had a vehicle that has that. I know that newer vehicles do, but I don't know. It's just, to me, something that is a Cadillac. It is a 2015, so it's up there in the newer category. But yeah, so that's just really interesting to me. A couple of newer features that do stick out to me are the heads-up display, which is super common. Okay. Also, first thing I did notice when I was just having a hard time getting over because someone wasn't letting me in, that this thing is so bulky that the blind spots are crazy and like the seat just vibrated. Okay, so Adam just notified me that my seat is vibrating because of the lane departure warning. So I was going a little bit out of my lane and my seat down here started vibrating, which is something I've not experienced before. Very interesting. So along with the column gear selector though, you know, you have that kind of old-fashioned style, but then you have digital everything up here. So just interesting the way that they decided to do that. I will say though that it rides super smooth. The wind noise is close to nothing. Which, going along with that, this vehicle does have the Bose active noise cancellation. So that means that the speakers send off or put off a frequency that cancels the noise that the engine is making. So it's not necessarily that you'll hear that frequency, but it just cancels the engine noise out. So that's pretty cool. Something that I've never experienced before, but as I can tell by driving this, I was going 80 on the highway and didn't know it earlier. So we are just now getting off here onto our frontage road. Moving on to our center console here. All of this is, oh my gosh, the seat thing. Whew. All of this is touch button, I will say, because it's not a screen. So everything is going to react to you touching this silver part here. So that's pretty cool. That's like the XT5 that we did. So yeah, pretty neat. All of the options are like that, except your seat controls here, which it does have heating and cooled seats. So yeah, that's just a little touch button. Okay, so real quick, heading back to the gauges up here that right now they're not set as gauges, but super cool. You can see your navigation right up in this corner. So this model does have the navigation added to it, but that's something I have not seen before. So that's pretty cool. You know, it also has your speed limit, your fuel range, all of that. Speaking of fuel, this vehicle does have active fuel management, which means that once you are done accelerating, the vehicle will automatically use half of the cylinders it was using to accelerate, so it saves you money on gas mileage. So this vehicle has a V8 engine, and that would mean that it basically goes down to a four-cylinder. Actually, I noticed earlier as we were turning out of the parking lot, the turn radius is actually pretty good for this beast of a vehicle. It rides super smooth, which is what you would expect for a bigger vehicle. Once again, it does have the heads-up display. We've got a sunroof right here. Lots of seating in here, and the back seat's super big, so you do have that third row seating, which extends the seating limit to 7 seats. A secret compartment that this vehicle does have is right down here. Heyo! So it's a cool little compartment down there. You've got a USB port, so you can charge some stuff and even put your phone in there if you wanted. And then you just touch to close it. You also have some ports down here somehow. There you go. Oh, that is vibrating. Like I said before, the blind spots are super bad, but I'm very short and I'm not really used to driving a bigger vehicle, but I could not see the car in the other lane at all when I was trying to get over. So that's just something. Sometimes it's easier for people to see, especially when you're taller or used to driving something that's bigger. Also, you have a pretty large trunk space in the back, so that's good. You do have blind spot indicators on your mirrors, so that's helpful. I literally could not see that car, and the only reason I knew it was there was because we had passed it. So there is 2 suspension options that you have up here. You have your touring and sport suspension options. Touring is for highway driving, so it'll give you a softer suspension, and then the sport mode will reduce body roll, more for your curvy, hilly driving. All right, and here we are. Thanks guys for listening to my 2015 Cadillac Escalade test drive talk. If you're interested in test driving this vehicle, stop by 1820 Vandalia Street or visit us online at jackschmittford.com.